Alright, hello and welcome to another tier list. Today I'll be looking at PlayStation 4 exclusives. I don't think I have all of them, I don't know. But I have many from a variety of different genres to show you. And let's just get into it. So let's start off with, well, I guess we start off with Knack. Knack is a cool concept. I haven't played Knack in probably like 4 years. It came out on PS Plus at one point, so I played it. But it was a launch title for the PS4 if I remember correctly. So it's an older one of these. Some of these are quite new, but yeah, the issue is with Knack is it kind of it has replay value, but the replay value isn't as strong as many other games. I don't have a strong desire to go back and play Knack. Like I played it through once, and I'm just like, yeah, that'll do, which is fine for some games, and that's why it's in B and not in like D. But typically for single player games, you do want people coming back to try them, even if it's like 4 years later. Like Skyrim, for example, I'll keep going back to even though I've finished it multiple times. So it has replay value. Skyrim's obviously an RPG, so it's a bit different. Maybe a game like Cat Quest, a game that I've 100%ed, but I do have a desire to go back and play. So yeah, that's just kind of where I see Knack. It's fun, but the replay value wasn't there for me, so it's just a beta game. The Last of Us, oh, controversial. Last of Us is not my style of game. Um, I just don't enjoy Last of Us too much. That's very much a me thing. I can say the game is way better than D tier, but subjectively for me it's a D tier game. Just because I don't deal with the kind of stuff in the game that well. I don't. It's just something about the way that it's the everyday people being affected. I just can't deal with it too well. I don't know why. So D tier, but I could objectively say it's way better than D tier. Chad 4, I mean S tier. It's an amazing game. Um, yeah, Thief's End is amazing. I mean, going out, it's probably my second or third favorite in the series. Best gameplay wise, but unfortunately, I prefer like the settings of 2 and 3. Definitely 2, maybe 3. Like the set piece for 3 was really cool. The playing one. 2 was the train, and I love the train one. So the train 2 is my favorite because it's up in the Himalayas, and then it's the train section is really cool, and then 3 the plane is pretty cool, and the concept of your enemy is pretty cool. So you start in London, which is always a good start. Before you get taken all over the world, I mean the graphics are amazing. You can't fault any of the graphics at all for Uncharted 4. It's amazing. It is a game I will be streaming at some point soon to Platinum because I do love it, and it is the last Uncharted game I have to Platinum. I I can't stop by just saying it's amazing because it is. It's truly an amazing game, and I think if you haven't played it, you definitely should. Spider Man, I haven't played personally, so I probably should have made a tier saying I haven't played because there are a couple of games on here I haven't played. But I'm probably just gonna put it in A because everyone hypes it up. Most people, seemingly, when I talk to them, will put it like in the top tier because most people think it's really amazing. Because I haven't played it, I'm going to put it in A. I can't really put a game I haven't played in S, so I'll put it in A. But from what I've heard, it is a really, really good game, and it's one that I do plan on playing at some point. So that's positive. It looks really good as well, graphically. So that's all I can really say on it. So let's move on to Horizon, which is another S tier game. Because like there's going to be a lot of them in the high tier because PlayStation does really good exclusives. That's one of his main draws. Anyway, so Horizon, that is Zero Dawn, correct? Yes. Forbidden West came out on PS5 as well, so it wouldn't make sense. Anyway, so Horizon is an amazing game. I was really excited for Forbidden West because Zero Dawn was so good. Obviously, the story of it is amazing. The main character is really cool. I love Aloy. The combat is really fun, and the hijacking of machines is cool. All the different machine types are cool. There's just so many cool things, and Tornex are just OP. Okay, I love Tornex. I love them more in Forbidden West, but still. God of War, a game I put off playing because I was like, oh, I don't really enjoy God of War's how it's done. But then it was like, this one's different, and it's like, oh my god, this one's really good, really good. The story is amazing. I'm so excited for Ragnarok. I love how you see Jormungandr. I love how you're in Tyr's like lab, not lab, but you get what I mean, like Tyr's area. I just and you go to different realms, and then the twist at the end of the game is so interesting. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So God of War, yeah, it's amazing. Ratchet and Clank, a game I reviewed yesterday. It is a good game. It's a solid A tier game, better than Knack. It also suffers from lack of replay value in my opinion because I do have zero desire to go back and play it, despite the fact that I haven't played it for like 4 years. But it was just an interesting game. It was fun to play. It was a reimagining of the first game in the series of Ratchet and Clank, which is always an interesting idea. Because if you pull it off, then it's great, and if you don't, then fans get mad as fuck. But I think they did all right with it. I think it was a good game. It was a good game. I do like all the different weapons that you use, all the different planets you go to. Those are all fun. Killzone Shadowfall, a game I never actually finished, so that's got to put in C tier realistically. I was so hyped to get Shadowfall because I got this with my PlayStation. I was so hyped because like, oh yeah, I love Killzone 2, Killzone 3. I love the concepts of it, and then Shadowfall just didn't feel the same. It didn't hit the same. So maybe I need to go back and play it because it's been like 6 years since I last played it. To try it again, but yeah, it's not one that I'm rushing back to. It's going to be one of them where it's like, oh, I've run out of games to play. Killzone, I have that. Let's try that. Persona 5. Well, if it's Leon, it's an S tier. I haven't played Persona 5. I should point this out. Just because of everyone else's reviews, it's kind of like Spider-Man. I'm putting it in A because everyone else hypes it up so much. I haven't played it, but I trust my friend's judgment enough to the fact that this is an A tier game. So you go Persona, Drive Club, C tier. I'm gonna put both of these in here. I'm not a huge fan of. I like racing games, but I like different types of racing games, and these two just didn't ever appeal to me. That's why I've never played them. Whereas like these two have appealed to me, but these two didn't. That's the difference. Also, my friends don't play those, so I haven't got any reviews. So C tier for them. Let's just get them out of the way. Infamous, kind of. It's. I mean, if we were talking about trophy list, S tier. B tier is kind of like it's a fun game, completely fun game, but it's just like again the replay value. You kind of really easy. That's the issue. It's super easy. To get the platinum on to just play in general is really easy. So in B tier it goes. Story wasn't all that, but the powers in it are cool, and the gameplay is solid enough that it's not like a C tier game. Ooh, controversial, Bloodborne. Ooh, where do I put the Souls game? Ooh, I actually don't know where I put it. Objectively, probably S. Subjectively, D. I'm not a huge fan of Bloodborne. I can't put in D though. C. So it's a game I need to go back and play. Another one. It's kind of like Killzone, but I just don't get along with the slow, clunky style of it, which I get is how it's meant to be. That doesn't mean I can get along with it. It's a fun enough game though to that it's not a D tier game. There are things going for it, and if I probably played it more, I'd probably go up to S because I would actually enjoy it because I would understand what the fuck I'm doing. So C tier for now. Detroit. Oh, my voice just died. I have finished one of the ending pathways, and I do have the other pathway to do. I just have no desire to go back and play it to finish the other pathway. Mainly because I don't want to hurt the people, but that's what I need to do in the other pathway. Either way, It's an interesting concept of game. It isn't as fun because you're not. It doesn't feel like a game at times. It feels more like a story, and not a story, but like a movie, an interactive movie. I believe that's what some of the games are marketed as now. It might be what this game is marketed as, but unfortunately, no. It's just a beta game. Oh, the order. Oh, the order. How I wish you were a good game. You had so much potential. if this series was rebooted like with a new game, I think there's potential for it to be really good. But unfortunately, with the first game, it's kind of D-tier. Um, it took me like 4 years to go back and actually get the platinum, even though it's really easy. It's just stupidly. It's like overly clunky. Um, not well explained. The main enemy of the game is meant to be lichens, but you don't see that many lichens. You know, you're mainly just fighting random generic guard 73 or random generic civil unrest victim. Like, it's just like they had a lot. They tried to build the world in one game, but they should have had multiple games leading up to what the source material they were handling. Like they shouldn't have had maybe the lichens in the first game, or like have it be directly at the end of the first game as like a twist, and then the second game you learn more about them. But because of the way it's treated, it's kind of like the lichens they already knew about, and so therefore you should already know about, and it's a bit different. I think maybe if there was more games leading up to this one, it would have been a better game. But because the world building was trying to be like fit in with history, but then like old history, it's kind of a awkward one. So D tier had potential, and it still has potential if someone wants to try and make another game. The Last Guardian. I haven't heard much about The Last Guardian since it came out. It's another one I haven't played. It was one that I did have a little bit of a desire to play. But I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard zero people play it, so I'm gonna have to put it in D. Because if I don't know anything about it, I mean, it's not really D. It's I haven't played, same as all the other ones. But it's kind of like I've heard nothing about it since it came out. I remember seeing the ads for it, and that's it. I thought it looked cool, but no one ever played it, apparently, that I remember. No one I know played it. Shadow of the Colossus! Yay! It's another game I've half played because I played the PS3 version. I'm sure the PS4 version is different. I'm gonna put it in A because I actually have a very big desire to play this game. I've looked at downloading it many times. Shadow of the Colossus is a great series. I really, really do enjoy it, and I really, really will play this one day. I promise. It's a good game series. It's just like the concept of just you kind of running around with these massive colossi, and it's just like, oh, you're a big thing. Let's go scale you to kill you. Like what? Why? What's going on? But it works, and I think Colossus is a good game series. Okay, can't say series because it's two games, and this is a reboot of the original one. A good game, and I think that there's a place for a game like Shadow of the Colossus, most definitely. It's a place for all of these games because even if I don't like them, they're still good. Like this one's good. This one's probably good because that's the thing. Like most of these games are good because PlayStation exclusives are. Knack 2, I'm just gonna put it with Knack. I haven't played Knack 2. I've played Knack though. So we'll put Knack 2 with Knack. I don't know if it's better or worse, but we're just gonna put them together because I don't know anything about the second one. I've never had anyone play it. Gravity Rush 2, I've been really looking at playing this. I have no idea about Gravity Rush 2, but I played Gravity Rush Remastered and it's given me a very big desire to play Gravity Rush 2, so it's going in S tier because this is very much my desire to play it is very big. I really want to play it because the first game was so amazing. I love Kat, like she's amazing. I love Raven, she's also amazing. I love the third one, which is I can't remember her name, the fucking robot arm bitch. Yeah, I think it's just a really cool series. I hated the controls to begin with, but when you get used to them, it's actually quite fun. And Gravity Rush Remastered was amazing. So I'm hoping Gravity Rush 2 is the same. I really am. I really, really, really am. Lost Legacy. Slightly worse than Uncharted 4. The story wasn't as good. The setting was fine. Playing through some of the areas was a real pain in the ass on what was crushing. Crushing's the hardest to put, right? That was That was a pain. There was one area where it was Jeep. I remember that. It was fucking painful. It took me like 2 hours to do. But that's not really a fault of the game. That's me being shit. But the story wasn't as good. The characters didn't envelop me as much. Is that because Nathan wasn't there? Probably. But these two characters on the boxcar are fine. They're not terrible characters, but they're not my favourites either. So, I hate it. Definitely. Oh, but I didn't really enjoy the setting of going to India and going through like an ancient Indian city. I thought that was really cool. So, hate it. Until Dawn. A game I've heard my friends rave about and put in S tier, but one I will always put in D tier because I don't deal with horror games well at all. Very much a me thing, yet again, but I'm not. That's kind of one of the reasons why Last of Us is in D tier, but it's not really a horror game. It's more like a thriller. But this one is just no, not for me. Not for me. So D tier. All right. Well, apparently we're pretty even. Anyway, that is a bit for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know what your favorite PlayStation 4 exclusive is in the comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Peace.